When people think of Hong Kong, they usually think of the bustling city center in Central, or the busy markets in Mong Kok, or of course, the delicious cuisine. While this is true for most of Kowloon and Hong Kong Island, there is so much more to this city than towering skyscrapers. Hong Kong is made up of over 250 islands. Once you step onto these outlying islands, it can feel like a completely new world. They offer a laid-back, slower, and more relaxing lifestyle than the constant hustle of Central or Tsim Sha Tsui. When the pandemic hit, it was difficult to leave Hong Kong, but luckily I got to spend my weekends exploring these outer islands to escape the busy city life. The most popular or touristy island in Hong Kong is Cheung Chau, known literally as Long Island in Cantonese. Cheung Chau feels kind of like a small island nation. The main street is filled with bars, small shops, and of course many seafood restaurants. Other than seafood, be sure to try the famous Cheung Chau mochi. They come in many different flavors. My favorite is the mango. On the south side of the island, you can find many cool rock formations as well as an old pirate cave. Take a very short hike and explore the beautiful coastline. If you are tired from all of that, you can simply relax at Tuen Wan Beach. Cheung Chau is definitely worth a day trip to or even a short weekend getaway. It is only a 40-minute boat ride away from Central Pier number 5. If you want the Cheung Chau experience with fewer tourists, take the ferry at Central Pier 6 and head to Peng Chau. The layout of this island is very similar to Cheung Chau with a pier on the west and a sandy beach on the east. It's sort of like a smaller version of Cheung Chau. The streets of Peng Chau are filled with seemingly random artifacts. You can find weird decorations and graffiti at the artsy junkyard next to the old leather factory and at Tai Lei, north of the island. But there is somehow a beauty to this chaos. If you don't mind some extra calories for the day, head to Ho Ho Kitchen and try their pineapple bun stuffed with ice cream. If you feel guilty after that snack, burn it off with a hike up Finger Hill. The largest island in the island district is Lantau. Though larger in size than Hong Kong Island, only around 170,000 people live on Lantau, compared to the millions on Hong Kong Island. Lantau is home to some of the most breathtaking sceneries in Hong Kong. I can make an entire video about places to visit on Lantau alone, but to sum it up, the most unique place on this island is Tai O Fishing Village. Located on the western tip of Lantau, Tai O is known as the Venice of Hong Kong. The village homes are raised on stilts as if they are floating over the Tai O Creek. Be sure to take a boat ride through the creek and out to sea, and maybe you'll see one of the mysterious Hong Kong dolphins. At the heart of Lantau Island is the beautiful Sunset Peak. Just like the name suggests, this is one of the best places to watch the sunset on a clear day. This hike up the third tallest peak in Hong Kong is not an easy one, but the scenery is worth it. North of Lantau is the small island of Chek Lap Kok, the home of Hong Kong International Airport. This island, created by land reclamation, has a spot many residents don't even know about. The South Perimeter Road, near the aircraft maintenance area, is a small stretch of road perfect for plane spotting. You can also sit on the rocks and take in the unobstructed view of the ocean. If you are lucky, you can see the sun slowly dip down the horizon line. On a weekday afternoon, this might be one of the most peaceful places in Hong Kong, when a giant 747 is not flying over your head, of course. However, during the pandemic, air traffic has decreased, and through the fences, you can see the sad sight of grounded Cathay Pacific aircrafts. Southwest of Hong Kong Island is Lamma Island, home to around 7,000 people. The village of Yangshui Wan has many Western restaurants and bars, while Sok Kyu Wan feels more like a traditional Hong Kong fishing village. But beware of the quadricycles that weave through the narrow streets, they might crash into you. Lamma Island has many different scenic trails, but I suggest taking the 3-kilometer family trail. When you need a break from the hike, stop by at the tofu pudding stall or one of the many beaches. Away from the island district in the west, the outlying islands on the east side of Hong Kong are more famous for their unspoiled natural landscape. The most remote island in Hong Kong is Peng Chau. Only a few kilometers off the coast of Da Peng Peninsula, Peng Chau is closer to Shenzhen than it is to any part of Hong Kong. It takes more than 90 minutes by ferry to get there, so prepare your seasickness pills if you don't like boats. Peng Chau is part of Hong Kong's UNESCO Global Geopark. The island is famous for its sedimentary rock formations and wave-cut cliffs, which are rarely seen in the rest of Hong Kong. Peng Chau is only open to tourists on the weekend, and there are only 2 ferry time slots from Ma Liu Shui Pier near CUHK. If you miss the last ferry on Sunday, unfortunately you will have to stay there for a week before another scheduled ferry ride. Peng Chau is definitely worth visiting once during your stay in Hong Kong, but once is probably enough. Tung Chau, located south of Clearwater Bay Peninsula, is a lush island perfect for a hike through nature or a camping trip. The island is mostly uninhabited, but you can still find small shops selling snacks and drinks. A popular hiking route on the island is the Loop, where you will find many rock climbing cliffs and camping sites. Alternatively, you can hike north and visit the small lighthouse and the fort ruins. Tung Chau is also on a popular kayaking route, where people kayak all the way from Clearwater Bay. My favorite outlying island is Tap Mun, also known as Grass Island. In the past, the island was home to the Tanka boat people, but in recent decades, most of its residents moved away to be closer to the city. Tap Mun is a popular camping site, though you will have to share your space with the cows that roam free on this island. If you're looking for a day trip, don't rush, enjoy the slow-paced, relaxing lifestyle. Have a picnic on the hills or a can of beer at the pier. If you are lucky, the ferry ride back points directly at the sunset, and you can see the sky slowly turn pink. The fast-paced city lifestyle might be exciting and convenient, but if you are exposed to it daily without an escape, it can be draining and tiring. For most of the people in Hong Kong, the city is their home, but sometimes we all need that break. The pandemic has definitely made it difficult to travel, but luckily in this city, you are never more than a few steps away from the vast ocean and all the wonders that lie out there. The outer islands and fishing villages of Hong Kong give this metropolis a unique side that no other big city has. You are only a boat ride away from your next adventure.